Just finished getting ready for dinner tonight with my husband, and I decided to show you guys how to create this perfect holiday side swept look. And the main reason I'm like leaning forward is so you can see the waves on top. And this is a really nice hairdo if you have any kind of hair, but especially for girls who have really fine and like straight, pin straight hair, because you don't have to do any teasing. The crimping is going to give you volume, but it's not going to look frizzy. And as you can see, it's not completely flat up on top, and it looks like, you know, I did teasing or whatever. It just has texture. It's not completely like sleek, straight. And it looks a little too shiny because I kind of overdid it with the shine spray. But anyways, the tool that I'm going to be using today is the Dual Waver by Bedhead. And it looks like this. It's metallic purple, and then when you turn it on, it has like this green light. Simple on and off button, and it goes all the way up to 400 degrees. And I set it to 400 degrees, and I thought it was the perfect temperature. Even though it's the highest, it doesn't really seem like it's that hot like if you were to put it on a straightening iron. So anyways, the cool thing about this one is that it can give you two types of waves. Today we're using more defined waves, but if you want looser, beachy waves for the summertime, you can whip out this tool, and all you gotta do is simply unlock the barrel button. So you unlock it by twisting it like this, and then in the back you can open it. And then here on top, let me turn this off. Here on top it has this, the top barrel that's adjustable. So what you do is you twist it, and it pops out like this. So you can see, you twist it, it's right on top. If you twist it for looser waves, ouch. When you close it, you're going to have a gap. So you're only going to be using the top barrels. And then you just turn this so you can lock the barrel. And since today we're doing this tutorial, I'm going to twist it. So when you close it, it looks like that. And just lock the barrel. When you set it down, I like to keep it closed so it's easier to set down. But this is pretty much like the main tool that we're using. We're also going to use a heat protectant and a shine spray, so you don't need any hairspray. If you want to use hairspray, you can do that to kind of like set the waves, but I found that I don't have to do that. We're going to use the scrunchie because you want to tie it to the back, and then you're also going to need one of these and a bunch of hairpins if you have a lot of layers, because I actually thought I was only going to use like 2 hairpins to kind of pin this to the side, but I ended up using a lot. So it just depends on how your hair is. But anyways, I think it would be easier if you work with hair that you doesn't have that many layers. And hopefully you do get a chance to try out something glamorous and just party ready for the festivities if you want to try out for Christmas. And yeah, bye! I'm going to section off my hair, and then I like to take the back section and then divide it in 2. Since we're using a hot tool and I just got a haircut, I really want to maintain my hair healthy. I'm just going to lightly spray it with some heat protectant. But what we're going to do is, I have it set to 400 degrees, and I know that might seem a little hot, like a little bit too hot, but if you really want them to be like nicely set, you want to get it really hot. But it's not really that hot, even though it's 400 degrees. So what you want to do is you want to take wide sections of hair. The wider the better. And then I'm just going to switch off the button in the back to open it. And it used to say open and close, but it already erased. I'm just going to take this and clamp it down for a few seconds. And we're actually going to leave this on here a little bit longer than usual, so more than 10 seconds, so you can really have nice defined waves. But in all honesty, like, these bottom layers don't really matter. But when you put your hair to the side, you do want your whole hair to have the same texture, not just the top section. But definitely the top section is going to be the most important. And then after that, just move it on down. And I have a mirror right here because I don't want to burn myself. So pretty much this is what you're going to do to all the layers of your hair. And I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to be back to show you how to do the top section, which is the most important part. Okie dokie. So pretty much just kind of eye it and slide it down like this. As you can tell, I'm using the deep waves rather than loose waves because I'm using the 3 barrels. Alright, so we're going to set the hair down, and now you want to take a teasing comb or just like something that has the pick at the end, and you want to figure out where you want to part your hair. Typically for this kind of hairdo, I like to have like a deep part on the side. So I'm just going to take it and part it like this. Ugh, my hair is sticking to my hair. My hair is sticking to my lip gloss. Alright, so I do it like this. Right. Alright. You're going to need a scrunchie, and what you want to do is leave a section of hair from the front and then grab a section from the back that you can't see, and I'm just going to pin this out the way with a hair clip really quick. What you want to do is take this hair, and I don't know if you like to go behind the ear, but I like to cover my ear. So I'm just going to take it and make sure it's nice and sleek on this side. And then we're going to grab the scrunchie or a hair tie and tie it to the back of your neck on the side. Just like that. Okay, and if you need, you can take some hairpins, but I'll show you that after. Now you can take your hair down, and now you have side swept hair. But I know since typically when you crimp your hair, it tends to get really puffy like this, especially if you have layers like me. So we're going to modify this, and I'm just going to try to work with it to make it look cute. So like I said, if you have any hair that's falling out because the layers, just take a hairpin and tie it to the back. Just kind of clip it to the back like that. So then you have something like that. Okay, so now it's time to fix our hair. And like I told you, I'm going to fix and play with the layers. Kind of want something like this, actually. So take a hairpin. And now I'm going to add some earrings because I typically like to use big dangly earrings when I have my hair up to the side like this, which totally completes the look. So let me show you. And this is a really nice, elegant look for the holidays. This is not hairspray, this is just shine spray. Okay. You can see the hair looks very, very shiny. And now I'm ready for dinner tonight with my husband. If you guys enjoy the tutorials, you can see it's very easy to do. And look how pretty the waves are. I love it. So this is definitely something different than your typical just like sleek side ponytail or side swept hair, because even though I really do like that look, I think crimping your hair just gives it like a different texture and it looks really nice. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys get a chance to try it out and let me know how easy it was for you or how it worked out. And yeah, don't forget to check out dulcecandy.com, and I will talk to you guys later.